And you have your range. Did I say range? May mental block ako. Range tawag dito, diba? Okay. Sarap. Today, we will be going around one of the projects of IEO Interior Design and Construction, which means, yes folks, we have another BYO or Build Your Own episode. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to another BYO episode. Okay, so we're not going to talk much about the architecture of this project because we're primarily going to talk about the interior design that IEO has created for the client. And speaking of which, their principal designer should be inside. Hi.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Miss Iris. Okay, so
come in.
Follow us. Wow, ground floor pa lang. You know this is going to be a treat. Okay, so Miss Iris, before we start the tour, could you tell us a little something about yourself, IEO, and the client?
Okay, I'm the principal interior designer of IEO Interior Design and Construction. So it is both an interior design and construction firm. So meaning from the very start of the project until the end, which is the turnover and setup, we can definitely cater that for all of our clients. So apart from doing residential, we also do commercial projects, offices, retails, restaurants, and coffee shops. But ideally, as of now, we are focusing on residential projects like this property there. So our goal, of course, is to attain the quality and explicable design that we render to our clients. And basically, everything goes down to function and the look itself. We make sure that every project that we turn over to our clients are very distinct, and we give our commitment that we deliver good quality.
Great. Actually, I can already tell just from the foyer.
Yeah.
This is going to be an amazing project, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to walk around.
Yeah.
But first, a little something about the client.
Yeah, okay. The client is a very special client of ours. She's been working with us for quite some time already. It has been like more than 5 years and more than 5 projects that we handle for her.
Wow.
So this is our 5th, and considerably, she's very much happy with the turnover projects from the past. That's the reason why we are consistently working on all of her properties.
Okay, great. And I can tell she's very into high-end.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
She's very particular with the brands, and we make sure that she gets the best quality
Possible.
from all of the suppliers, from all of the vendors that we use for her projects.
Okay. All right, great. So, Miss Iris, I will be going around.
Sure.
And
So feel free to have a tour,
Oh,
so
I'm
at
gonna
least you
enjoy
get
this
to
one.
enjoy the
Right.
whole project.
I'll see you later, though, at the end.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Iris.
Thank you, Julia.
And you and I are going to go around. So we kind of missed the foyer, though, so we're going to go there first as Miss Iris exits. Okay. So upon entering, of course, we have here a digital lock. And then we have your console over here, or storage. Now, this was shipped from Germany, as is a lot of the furniture that you will be seeing here, actually. So IEO specifically chose this for the intricate details that it has, while still being quite minimalist. So, as I mentioned, or as you might have guessed, it is storage as well. So aesthetic and functional at the same time. And you will notice that this is a trend throughout the entire home. And I can't wait to show you. Okay, so your ground floor is essentially your social area, right? So you have your living and you can see your dining all the way from here. Now, one of the things that will draw your attention are the curtains. The curtains are fully automated. Now, I don't have the iPad with me that controls the curtains, but I'm sure you can see it in the B-roll. And yes, the home is a smart home. Almost fully, controlled using an iPad. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can control your curtains and your speaker. Yes! This isn't just an aesthetic choice, these are actually speakers. Now, we can't play music for copyright reasons, but trust me, these were blaring earlier, it's quite impressive. So instead of choosing a huge TV for the living area, they decided for audio, which is great for talking and conversing or socializing with others, especially guests. And again, of course, your furniture are all from Germany, including this gorgeous pendant lamp or chandelier. So what's interesting about this choice of lighting is, apart from it being minimalist and being a really nice gold accent that matches the accents that you see on the padded walls, it also creates an interesting shadow on the ceiling, which will draw your eyes to it, and then down to the table itself. So you'll notice everything is circular here in the dining area. Originally, the ceiling was just flat, so they decided to carve out this circular pattern for consistency in this entire area. And yes, of course, the padded wall is for audio or for acoustics. I'm not quite too sure right now, but I have a feeling audio is pretty good right now because I'm standing right next to it. So it's also aesthetic and to show off, of course, their craftsmanship. They made it so well, and they didn't forget the aesthetics. And then from the dining area, we have access to the kitchen. And this is a beautiful glass door. And it's not just any glass door. If you will notice, come on, I'd like you to focus on the texture of it. It looks like it has fabric, right? And it does. So you have glass, and then fabric in between. So it's both aesthetic and also functional in the sense that it kind of strengthens the integrity of the glass door itself. All right? It's better as a door and also very aesthetic. And speaking of aesthetic, my gosh, you guys, this kitchen is immaculate. I don't even know where to begin, but let's begin right here. We have an island counter, okay? Very flush, very clean. You have your stove, your induction stove right here, and you have your range. Now, what's nice about this range is it'll adapt to whoever is cooking. So height matters, right? So if you're a little taller, it can go up. And if you're a little more on the petite side like myself, it can lower itself. So that's pretty awesome. And then everything else, as you might notice, is very clean, right? This is the refrigerator. So this door is your freezer. Look at how cold that looks. And this is your refrigerator. Very neat, easy to organize. Oh man, can you just imagine all the groceries that you'll put in there? And you want to stack it like a store, like a grocery store. That way it looks immaculate at all times. Oh, dream. Goals. Okay, you also have your built-in coffee maker and your oven. And then everything else that you see here isn't just a simple flush cabinet, okay? This, for example, is your drawer. So it actually has 2 layers. Come take a peek. So you have this base layer, and then you have another layer for your cutlery. And it's all in wood. It's so nice, and it's in soft close. Your overhead cabinets, I mean, they already look pretty cool, right? But these, you can actually change the warmth or the Kelvin of your LEDs. How cool is that, right? And then your sink isn't, of course, just an ordinary sink. It also has a food waste disposer. So yes, your pig slops go down there, press of a button, you basically grind the pig slops. You also have the kitchen bidet. Apparently that's what it's called. I just found out recently. Comment down below if you knew. And then you have all of this space. And again, you can change the warmth of these LEDs. Pretty nice. And if you noticed, in the other corner as well as in this corner, you have this metal rim, right? So when you push this down and pull this up, you've got an outlet with USB ports, no less. This was purposely chosen to be here because the owner didn't want clutter, including outlets. So this was one way to design the space and make it clutter-free, aesthetically speaking. Okay, so I think you get the gist of this marvelous kitchen. I don't think I need to explain any further just how awesome it is. Right next to your kitchen, you have your auxiliary kitchen, which, come on, it's still pretty awesome. You've still got the amazing drawers that are soft close, overhead cabinets. This time you have outlets, but dare I say, it still looks very, very neat. And then you've got your built-in griller, another sink, and your range. This one does not go up and down like the one in the formal kitchen do, but who's complaining? And then right next to your auxiliary kitchen, you have the laundry room. So even these were from Germany. Like these were shipped from Germany. It's not local. So it was a thing that the client wanted specifically. So a lot of her furniture and appliances are from Germany. So you have your built-ins. These are the router and basically the electric things that you want to hide. So if you need to restart your router, it's right here. And then this is the female staff quarters. Now this room, although I can't show it to you right now, fits for female staff. Okay, so out the back door. And by the way, this is an amazing screen. Okay, it may look like a simple screen, but hopefully you can hear it in the mic. You hear that? That is a solid screen. And also, I'm not quite sure how the mechanism works exactly, but the gist of it is, if you use a key to open or close this, you will need the key to open and close it. That kind of sounds like a duh. But hindi ka makakalabas-pasok without the key, all right? Which is not something you can say for a lot of screen doors. Okay, so out here in the staff service area, you have your built-in sink. This is the enclosure for the water pump, so it's stainless steel. Sorry for the echo. And then again, service or staff service area. They still chose to put appliances in here because it is still covered with an awning up top. Okay, so this is the staff toilet and bath. So we can't really go inside as I mentioned, but I really appreciate how the window is huge. And then this is the male staff quarters. I'm about to show you something pretty awesome. So off to the side, we have this gate, right? And okay, so this one is more on architecture. This was as is already as a townhouse, not much anything to do with interior design, right? But that was one of the choices that they made. That is the clothes hanging rack. And wow, it's so cool, but Julia, it's so high. How on earth is anyone gonna be able to reach that? Well, yes, friend, the answer is in my hands. Let me just put it out of the plastic. It's upside down. Okay, so with the press of a button, you can lower your clothes hanging rack. That's so cool. And also, if it happens to be nighttime and for some reason you don't have these amazing wall sconces turned on, you also have lights and UV lights. That one I'm not quite sure. I think it's supposed to kill the germs from your clothes. But yeah, this is honestly pretty cool. I don't see this very often in homes and kind of wish I did. Don't you? Okay, so that's not exactly interior, but hey, it's a good choice. Okay, so let's go in from the side. I wonder which door is open. Uh-oh. Not this door. It's this door. Okay, all right. So let's go into and back into the dining area. So you can see it from a different perspective. Okay, so again, you have these really awesome Bluetooth speakers, which can also be operated via AirPlay. Okay, so before we go to the rest of this floor, I want to direct your attention to the ceiling. So you have these vertical or horizontal, depending on what orientation you're in. So you have these slim lines, right? These depressions on the ceiling. Originally, that was left as is, as a decorative element by the developer. But IEO decided that they can put in some lights. So they have put in magnetic track lights in between. So yes, those can be moved to whatever position you want them to be, like regular track lights, but much, much slimmer. I mean, maybe I'm just lacking in my interior design, but that is, I don't see that very often, not here at least. Okay, so just this area alone, we have a lot of things going on. And honestly, I don't even know which one I should say first. You know what, let's talk about this one first. So this is just a wall. It's not storage or anything, but it is a wall that is cladded with this wood-like laminate texture. Actually, not wood-like, it is a wood laminate. And then they inserted these really nice rose gold accents. Why? Just because it's aesthetic. So instead of leaving a blank wall there, they cladded it with wood. And then, because that's a kind of craftsmanship that they are going for. And then if we continue our focal point to the ground, you will see that the grout is very, very fine. And that's going to continue throughout the rest of the house. Whether it's the floor tiles, whether it's the wall tiles, you won't see much of the gaps in between tiles because that's how they want it, and that's something that they are very good at making. If you've ever seen badly handled tiles, you know that those tend to crack or lift, right? But not IEO. Okay, so this is the powder room. And you will see, again with those tiles, you have the seamless floor tiles, as well as the wall tiles. You can barely see the grout. I mean, you can see it, but it's so fine. Okay? And then this is the focal point. So you have gray mirrors right here. So yes, it's for aesthetic. It's for checking yourself out in the mirror, even if you already have a mirror in front of your sink. But it's also to enlarge the space and so that it's not just a plain wall, right? It adds, again, to that visual impact without being overbearing. And then this particular room, the powder room, they decided to be a little fun with it. They went for an eclectic fusion of a bit of Florence-inspired design and modernism. So this is not a custom piece. They actually found this and bought this as is and used it for the powder room, as well as the faucet, the sink, the tissue or the towel bar, down to the toilet seat. So all of this was meticulously chosen specifically for this project. Okay, speaking of the gray mirrors, by the way, originally this townhouse had a wall right here where you see these posts. So they decided to tear that down and let this entire floor be open for, better flow. And instead of just leaving the posts as is, because that's just going to be dead space, right, visually and physically, they decided to add these gray mirrors. So again, for aesthetics, so that it doesn't look like wasted space. I mean, technically you didn't really add storage or anything to it, but again, visually, it really makes an impact. Okay, so before we head to the second floor, my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of the ground floor, even if there are so many amazing things about this ground floor, is the storage. So again, you have that wooden or the cladded wall-ish looking, but with a push, you have your storage. And this storage, man, the attention to detail. Okay, so first of all, you've got pin lights or down lights, okay? You have outlets everywhere. You have LED strips on your shoe racks or shelves. You even have outlets over here. I mean, honestly, you have outlets everywhere. How many houses have you guys seen where they just left the storage under the stairs as a complete meh? This though, you can practically, I don't want to make a Harry Potter reference. But you know what I'm thinking. This is an amazing storage room, okay? They paid that much attention to detail in a storage room. How else do you think they would do the rest of the bedrooms? By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe if you haven't already, because every now and then we release videos like this one, very special BYO episodes that are so mind-blowing even to us. And we love making these videos, and I hope you guys do too. And if so, subscribe to get notified. Sounds like a sweet deal, right? I know, I'm excited about it. Okay, so on the second floor, we have a sort of family room, a mini family room. And there are a lot of things we can talk about in this room. Okay, first of all, you have this huge TV. Okay, but that's a gadget. That's a positioning decision that they did. I also want to point your attention to the gray mirrors, again, that they used in the back to liven and expand the space. But also, this is pretty cool. So instead of just outlets on the wall or wall outlets, which they have it, they also have these. So these are kind of like track outlets. So you can push, twist, take it out, and move it anywhere else that you see these in the house. You're gonna see a lot of them. That's so innovative, innovative, in case, pronunciation is killing you. So that's so cool. So you have your entertainment space here. Later on, I'll show you the couch, but for now, let's go to bedroom number 1. So bedroom number 1, they decided to go for a minimalist approach, right? So you have your desk space and your bed. The ensuite toilet and bath was unchanged, so they didn't really interior decorate that anymore because it was, okay na eh, galing sa developer pa lang. But the room, again, the furniture from Europe, the choices, very minimalist. This, I have to commend because it's not just your typical study desk. It comes with a lamp that you can angle to the position that you want. So it's both aesthetic and highly functional at the same time. without being overbearing, right, in the room. So these are really great design choices. And of course, again, the curtains in the stairs rather are automated. Then right next to that is we have bedroom number 2. So, okay, again, you have your bed, your European furniture, your wallpaper, and then more furniture choices. Now, this is the boys' room where presumably you would have lots of sleepovers, right? So they decided that they wanted a couch in the room, but not just any couch. This one is a sofa bed. Look at that. Any bed that you can handle this easily is obviously of great quality. Okay, anything heavy that is easily handled, great choice. And speaking of couches, oh, and again, the ensuite toilet and bath was not interior design, so we don't really need to go in there anymore. But here in the family room, we have another couch. So, it's great. Did I touch the mic? No? It's great. But when you slide your hand on the side, it's a recliner. And I don't know what kind of magic this is, but this is amazing furniture. I didn't even press anything, I just put my hand on the side. Okay, and then this is the master bedroom, which is not locked for our convenience, but it does have a digital lock. And upon entering, you have this much space. So again, what they did, furniture choices, and then the padded walls with, this time, gold accents to match your gold accent pieces or lighting. You also have your built-in entertainment desk and entertainment shelf. Now these may look modular, but these are actually made by IEO themselves, because again, they're not just an interior design firm, they're also a construction firm. So these were handcrafted by them as well. And yes, as I mentioned, you again will see these really cool movable outlets. Man, we need these in our homes. Okay, now time for the 3rd floor. I wonder what else is up there. Again, you have these custom automated curtains. I mean, these curtains are 3 stories high, basically. Then here we have the 3rd floor. So the landing they transformed into a study area. So again, these may look like modular desks, but these were handcrafted by IEO themselves. Again, with your modular, I guess you could say these are modular outlets, right? And then instead of a whiteboard, they decided to go for an acrylic panel with these gold screws or accents. So very clean, right? Especially for a study desk or an office. I mean, for now, it's a study desk because this is the kids' designated area, but eventually when they grow older, office. Same goes for this one. And then this, again, has a digital lock because this is the junior master suite. Again, you have a lot of space. Check out their choice of furniture. This time they do not have the padded walls because, well, you have a window on top of the headrest, so you can't really place a padded wall in there, can you? But of course, they made sure that the furniture pieces that they chose work well together. Very gray as a whole, but still has these nice accents here and there. So in this case, a lamp, and then the other side. How am I gonna transition? I'm gonna go this way. So in front of the bed, we have your entertainment system. Again, you will notice that there was no TV in the living room, but there are TVs in each of the bedrooms. And again, your built-in entertainment shelf and storage. Again, an ensuite toilet and bath, which again, we will not go to anymore. And then more of their work, the built-ins, with the outlets. And what's nice also is they chose these really nice finger holes. And it's different for every room too. This is different from the one bedroom number 2 and number 1. And then the junior master suite even has a jewelry drawer. So it's very subtle, right? It's not flashy, but it's there and it'll keep your things organized and safe. Okay, so across the room, have bedroom number 5. And this is the girls' room. So again, you have wallpaper on one side. This time they decided to go for a very sweet but still very neutral wallpaper. Clearly made as a girl's room, but isn't too... It's tasteful. That's exactly what it is, tasteful. So you have a lot of space. Clearly they haven't finished making this room yet with the furniture. But the built-ins, shortcut. The built-ins are here. And one of their furniture choices is this study desk or study chair. This chair is made out of plastic. It's like a huge kid's chair. It's an adorable choice. And again, you have the different finger holds. So earlier you saw it was the vertical bar, right? Now this one is a little more unique. I don't see this very often. And they try to make sure that you don't see any terminations in their work. So you've got really clean finger holds, the edges are really clean. Even the brackets, do you see it? Even the brackets are super clean, okay? And the screws, you can barely see them. That is clean craftsmanship right there. Okay, and finally, another bedroom which they transformed into a family room. So the family room consists of a TV and a gym. So of course, again, with your huge TV, your entertainment shelf, gym equipment, and another sofa that transforms into a bed. Well, technically you can already lie down in here as a day bed, but if you really wanted to turn it into a bed, let's see if I can. So, did I touch the mic? I think I touched the mic. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, look at that. So everything is aesthetic and functional at the same time. There we go. Let me put this back because, you know, aesthetics. It has an ensuite toilet bath again. It wasn't decorated, so we're not gonna go in there anymore. But yeah, we have finally covered what IEO has done to this townhouse. Frankly, it's amazing. But let's do a recap with Miss Iris. Okay, so now that we've finished going around the house, let's meet up with Miss Iris again. Hi, Miss Iris.
Hello, Julia.
And project was amazing. I was very, very impressed, and I hope you guys were as well. And the big question, how do we get in touch with you if we want to create our dream home just like this one?
We have of course, the website. Then you can also check all of our social media accounts. Then apart from that, you can directly contact our office.
Great, great. So we'll be linking all of that in the description below. And oh my gosh, did you have fun making this project?
Definitely, yeah. It was really interesting because we get to, make something different from the other projects that we used to do. And how did you find the project?
Amazing. I was so amazed. There were so many technological innovations that were embedded into the design. And I'm so glad that you let us go around this house because I feel like this is what you stand for as a designer.
Yes,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. Yeah. So of course the aim, our goal, our company's goal is to interpret the requirement of our clients based on their needs and their wants, and of course on how we evaluate and perceive how it's gonna look like. So definitely we have to make it really interesting and very how do you say it? Very pleasing to the eyes of our
Wow.
clients. Yeah.
I'm 100% sure your client was very satisfied with this because it was amazing. And again, a testament to the craftsmanship of IEO, interior design and construction. Okay, again, so thank you, Miss Iris.
Thank you, Julia.
Again, their links will be down in the description below. And hopefully we get to see you again in a future project.
Yes, we will definitely see each other soon.
Hopefully. All right. And that being said, it's time to close this episode with our spiel.
Invest in your future.
Invest with us.
Invest with Presello.
Yay! Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here. And if you want to see more house tour videos, click right here. And we also have this new thing called Working Lunch with Presello, where I and a few random people talk about a few random things related to real estate. So if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you click right here.